Alright, I'm drinking beer as I do this, a process that I began when playing earlier today, quite some hours ago, so this might get spotty as we go along. So those two level N71s you just saw there are Dragon Racer and myself. I'm using a Predator and Throw, which is what you want to use if you are not interested in killing things. This, by the way, is the first time I've watched this video. And I'm going to have to try and be very clear. This is the thing I just tested. I have to try and remember to talk loud and clearly. I'm probably still going to sound like I have a lisp. At least something with my S's. But anyway, this is the first time I've watched this video. I'm sort of looking forward to it. I've already seen it from Dragon Racer's perspective. And what I'm going to be looking for is when she tries to smack... It happens early on. She tries to smack me a bunch of times. And I don't smack her back. I obviously don't know the lingo. But she kept whacking at me with her sentinel elbow grab. So she's spec'd into Warp. I'm spec'd into Throw. We're both N71s. Neither of these bugs, random players that we are playing with, has any idea what's going on. They can hear us talking, but we have not explained what we're doing before we started. We talked about what we're going to do, and they probably guessed we had an idea of what we were talking about. We were speaking knowledgeably about powers from time to time, but I don't think we explicitly said until fairly late in the process, maybe like wave 7 or 8 or so, I think we got around to actually mentioning that we had played the game extensively, which they had probably sorted it out by then. Since we were N7 once, and we're not dying, there was probably something going on. I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing here. I should probably do that now. I hope I looked good there. I wasn't really paying attention. My aim sucks on the PS3. It's pretty good on Xbox. I have my good days, and on my awesome days, I just like pop off headshots, and I'm like, I'm amazing, and I just feel great. But that doesn't happen most of the time. But that just does happen sometimes on Xbox, not on the PlayStation. If I could ever get used to the PlayStation controls again, my aim would get a lot better. It would be smoother. The sensitivity is higher. Legion talks about that. Legion of Brannick talks about that. He's absolutely right. But I am so used to the Xbox controls that I overcompensate constantly. You can see my aim just whip around weirdly, and I'll just end up firing way off. Also, Predator don't do much. Oh, and here you see me throw like as if I've got area effect on it. I use the Human Sentinel all the time, and I use the 1.5 radius on it. And practically every time I throw this, I'm expecting it to work, because I'm thinking the way I do with a level 20 Sentinel, and it's going to have the area effect on it, but it doesn't. So I am missing constantly. I'm sort of afraid to pay close attention to how I'm actually playing here. I mean, sure, I don't kill anything with the Predator. My aim sucks with the Predator. I'm not used to PlayStation controls. That's all well and good. But I should know how to use Throw by now. I mean, what happened? So what's happening here with the targets? Hey, look, I actually landed a Throw. Not at the right guy. But hey, I managed to land it on a guy.
We have a new strategic target on the field.
So anyway, I'm kind of watching this for the first time. And it's really hard to be creative speaking and actually pay attention to what's happening at the same time. I really am missing with Throw all over the place. I can't believe I'm actually trying to put a tutorial together on how to play a Sentinel. This is not the kind of footage that one puts online if one wants to try and explain how to use a human Sentinel. This is explaining how not to use a human Sentinel. Oh, look at that Throw fly right past him. Oh, I don't even detonate. I'm here to detonate Dragon Racer. That's my job, and I didn't even manage to do that properly. Look at me. This is hysterical. If this was a Carnifex, that guy would be dead, by the way. I mean, yeah, I'm not great with my aim, but that guy'd be dead if that was a Carnifex. I remember shooting a lot of things and having a lot of things not die. That was largely my experience, actually, doing Noob Army, was me shooting things and having those things not die. There was entirely too much not dying happening during Noob Army. Except for me, I did plenty of dying. especially when we ended up getting the collectors on Glacier, which was fun. In the way that not fun is a game. Hey look, I actually managed him. No, he's not dead. He's not quite dead yet, because it's raw, and we got this time. And this is a level 1 threat. All of these detonations, by the way, this was such a grandiose plan by Dragon Racer and I. Sounds great in theory. She specs into warp, I spec into throw. I should have done exactly the same thing she did. I should have spec'd into warp and carried an Avenger. And that way we both could have killed a few things. But instead, we tried this plan, and it sounds great in theory. She went into warp, I went into throw, and what ended up happening instead was level 1 warp plus level 1 throw equals completely pointless biotic explosion. Even in bronze, these biotic explosions can't kill Noob. Like, look at that! That was a seeker, it was a biotic explosion, and it's just floating around with health. Like, what a pointless combination we were engaged in doing. It was fun, but it was pointless. I do not have armor piercing. I don't know what I was shooting at there. I was shooting at the scenery. I was pissed at the scenery. It insulted my mom. I'm close to my mom. I'm dying now. This is not exactly stellar play happening for you here. Dragon does a much better job than I watched her video. She does a much better job than I do. She's used to the controller. That's my opinion. I'm gonna stick with that. I have played, just not very much. And obviously this is a brand new account. I have a different account on PS2. Our pugs were good, by the way. I mean, we had nothing to complain about pug-wise. I mean, it's bronze. If they'd sucked, we'd have had something to complain about. One of these pugs stuck with us for all 4 games, actually. I'd love to. I should send him a message on PlayStation. Befriend him. I mean, he must have been enjoying himself. I assume he spoke English and understood what we were saying, but I really don't know. For all I know, it could have all been Greek to him. For all I know, he could have been Greek. For all I know, he was a she. Maybe he was aside. I spent a lot of time running around looking for stuff to kill. Because it's bronze. Like right there, me running around in a circle, finding nothing. In bronze, I guess, so you might as well stick with the group, because if you don't, there's really only a 1 in 4 chance you're gonna find anything to kill.
Copy that.
So, your odds basically go up if you stay with everybody else, because at least if there's stuff to kill, you might actually get injured. The way I was running around by myself, it was basically drawing the occasional bionic shot from home. What wave are we on? Where am I? We must be getting close to the end here. Oh no, we're only 8 minutes in. This must be wave 6. We're just eliminating targets here. With our useless biotic explosions. Level 1 biotic explosions. Wow, this was such a good plan. I mean, wow, when was the last time we played bronze? For all we knew, this was gonna wreck stuff. He's very slowly dying. I'm shooting him with a predator. It's not doing anything. It's more or less just keeping my powers up. You know, I know my powers are likely to go in his direction if the gun is aimed more or less in his direction. It's essentially bouncing off of him. Oh, look, it may be useful. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. There's Dragon Racer stealing my revive. Was it Dragon Racer? Did I get... No, it was the other guy. Oh, wait, I gotta go... Oh, no. Somebody else revived. See, look at me be useful. Oh, and I missed again. See, my aim is really quite terrible on PlayStation. I mean, I'm not being useless. I'm helping. Yeah. Can you imagine how these guys? This is wrong. My throw, it does nothing! Nothing! Oh, this sky high thing. I think I've sorted out what that is. I think that's complex. I'm assuming. I don't know. It can't just be good to throw it. I did sort out at some point that melee was the most damaging attack I had. I mean, my throw did essentially no damage. It was good for tossing guys around, knocking guys back, but it didn't really do any damage. And tech armor was, I mean, I had it at level 1, so it wasn't doing anything really. I was slowing my power recharge down. I don't know if it was really helping much beyond that. I could have detonated a lot. That probably would have helped from time to time. I kind of sucked doing that, though. I never remembered to detonate tech armor. I was supposed to get a tech armor kill against a Banshee with someone, with Mobius earlier, and I didn't do it. I was supposed to, I forgot. He forgot to.
Contact!
Wave 7, we're alive. No Metagel, no Oxpax, no rockets. No Dropbacks. Level 1. So, you know, it's not like I'm giving myself an easy job. Actually, that's a pretty good, I mean, looking at that tutorial, you know, obviously our two pugs were concentrating fire as well, but that's not exactly a slow time to take out. I remember seeing this from Dragon's perspective. I rather enjoyed that. Okay, I'm drinking beer again. Sorry, it shows up on the mic. Since I have a rule against posting drunk on BSN, I would endeavor to make all future narration involve alcohol.
Still active. Stay alert.
I'm sure that couldn't possibly go wrong.
Enemy force approaching.
Got it!
I'm purple, by the way. Have you noticed that? I'm a guy who makes most of the avatars purple. Apparently. You know, I'm actually shooting stuff there. I'm not actually doing any damage to it. But at least my aim was technically on. A second pip of health. That's really not a bad thing. Oh, we didn't actually kill the guy. I was speaking too soon. I am seeing this video for the first time. I mean, I did live it, and I've seen it from Dragon's perspective, so I have some concept of what it's about. But I am technically seeing this for the first time, so if I sound like I'm jumping ahead of things and just assuming things are going to happen, it's because I know it all works out in the end. I'm pretty sure we get full extraction here.
Enemies approaching.
As I recall, it does work out that way. Wave 9, 13 minutes. Obviously, the last couple of waves take a little. Yep. It's just, that gun, it really doesn't do anything. Like, melee is my key here. I should have been meleeing the whole time. It was by far the highest damage attack I had. I kind of wish I was doing a lot more of it. Stand still. Thank you. Die now. And then I see now, melee would generally work better if you do it before they're already dead. I mean, style points, don't get me wrong. You're down, now I hit you. But usually it's more helpful from a practical sense. If you were, for example, a newer player watching this, you would prefer to do that the other way around.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Oh, ooh, look at me! Checking to see, by the way, what wave it was.
That's your top priority.
But if I look closely, I'm pretty darn sure I was in last. Spoiler.
Extraction zone.
Alright, this is the brilliant moment where I stand next to the guy. Okay, now I'm getting a little smarter, moving a little bit away. So, to recap, I attempted to shoot a guy through cover without AT, and then go throw at Historian with his bubble. Just in case you've forgotten, it was theoretically no.
Enemies looking for you. Get to that extraction zone.
Look at the damage I am doing to this Praetorian with my mighty bullet. least I timed the throw correctly. The throw that did nothing, because even without the bubble up, the throw does nothing.
Retrieve that object and bring it in.
Oop, grab again. See, melee. I should have just basically been meleeing the whole time. Smack stuff. A problem I developed in later games with the Cabal. I did a reasonably good job of smacking stuff with the Cabal, but not a great job. I like it. A little tricky to use. I think of it a little bit kind of like the Shadow Mage, which is to say that it has a bizarre uniqueness, which will ultimately frustrate many, but heavily reward those that enjoy.
We have the object. Mission accomplished.
Look at me be useful. I revived someone. I helped. When we concentrate fire to let these predators sorry. Oh, and then okay, sure, go and get possessed just as you're about to kill. That's it. It's amazing. Do you? I just realized this literally as I was playing with Dragon Racer earlier today. I cannot believe it took me until now. This is literally today, this afternoon, realized for the first time that abominations have the words "a bomb" in their name. Why did I not clue into that before? Anyway, it's just something I haven't seen.
Enemies down. Good shooting.
I lived.
Still active. Stay alert.
I didn't die too much. I think I died at least once. Probably twice.
Get to the extraction zone.
I'm generally fairly good at dying. Not accurate. So at this point, Dragon and I were talking about, so where should we go? And I was like, I don't know if the back room is a bit low. It seems like a convenient place to defend. And sometimes it is, even on higher difficulty. But anyway, we ended up doing that thing, but often more or less. And as bronze, frankly, we could have helped if we wanted. The two pugs. And they were one of them, probably a little too capable to be playing on bronze, I have to say. But anyway, I won't go into that. But if you're carrying around a custom banner and a pretty hefty amount of challenge points, I don't know if you should be playing on bronze. But anyway, they did really well. They were especially the stuff around. If I remember, I'll try and watch it. Oh, here's 27 seconds. My hand attention. Oh, look at me. Forward rat keep melee. Should have been doing melee the whole time. Oh, now I'm being a school horse, people. Look at it. 13 seconds. Oh, look at me being a school horse. Or maybe I just realized we're supposed to write videos now. That does occasionally happen. And, no ops packs, so if anybody shield gates me, I'm pretty much toast. There we go. Yeah, I was full of distraction. We rock. Noob Army, baby. Basic training. Now, we were only supposed to do one bronze game, because we knew we were going to level up after that. But we ended up deciding, like, okay, let's just open our starter pack and everything else. We've done it. We were going to switch up to silver, but we already had a pug readied up, and we didn't want to, charge into silver with somebody who had already readied up for bronze. We didn't think that was fair, so we played another bronze game after this one, as I think level 8 Cabals, and then we switched up to silver, which was fun. Although, I still have deep enmity for the collectors. But that's 2 episodes down the road. We'll talk about that when that happens. I'll probably rage a lot when that happens. The collectors and I have a rage relationship. They hate me. Scions hate me because I can walk in a circle. And I recently learned that I don't even, not only can I walk in a circle, and that basically confuses the Scions to the point where they are completely incapable of harming me. It's all the other stuff that gets me when I'm doing that. But now I've figured out I don't have to walk in a circle. I actually walk up to them and trick them into meleeing me, which is a pretty cool thing to know. Which I discovered while helping some original Stickman with some videos. And, yeah. 2 medals! I didn't even get 25 kills, I don't think. It's a little hard. My screen's very small right now. I'm actually watching this at, like, tiny size, like thumbnail size. Anyway, so that was my first adventure in Noob Army. And my first time seeing it.